The calls for lawmakers to act on gun control have continued to grow in the wake of all the recent mass shootings. Of course, Congress holding a hearing today on this very issue.
Meanwhile, national and local leaders continue to speak out and demand change. Joining us now to weigh in on this issue, Father Michael Pfleger of St. Sabina Church. Father, thanks as always for joining us. I wanted to touch on this press release that you sent out earlier today on the topic of gun regulations, part of which read, "Enough of asking God to bless America until we become an America God can bless." Explain what you meant there.
Well, I think that we're looking at a country that is, first of all, a love affair with guns, and it become part of our wardrobe. It's the first line of offense. We're mean-spirited, we're hated, we're polarized, we're divided, and you asking God to bless that. And we are a violent country. We're one of the most violent countries in the entire world. 70-some% of Americans say they want to do some common sense gun legislation, and yet we're arguing in the Senate and trying to see what we can do, and then arguing about whether we will sell assault weapons, whether 18-year-old or 21-year-old. Why are we selling them? Why are we allowing high magazines that are destroying bodies, just literally tearing them apart, of our children, and used in all of these 246 mass shootings since January 1st. Why are we not banning them? Talk about the age. So an 18-year-old get a 21-year-old to get it. The issue is guns in this country that can be bought to destroy people. They're weapons of destruction. They're weapons of war. Yeah. And yet we're selling them at gun stores as if they're for hunters.
It was heartbreaking to listen to the pediatrician today who saw a couple of the kids from Uvalde and the damage that was done because of that weapon. Do you think that this will be different this time around? I know it's election season and maybe that will spark some, lawmakers to change things, but do you think so?
I think it only will be if in this election season people will make this the election. If we hear 70% of Americans want some kind of legislation, and then we see senators that are against any kind of legislation, they should be voted out. Unless Americans rise up and say, unless you're willing to do some really concrete, comprehensive legislation, we're going to vote you out. That needs to be the issue on the elections and midterms. And if it's not, we've watched Newtown, we've watched all around this country, these mass shootings, and here in Chicago. And if we can see babies die from guns and not decide we got to do something, we no longer have a soul in America. So the voters are the ones that are going to make this. Looking at the Senate, looking at the Congress, the voters are the ones that are going to make this issue, whether it's going to go away or not.
Father, what do you say to those folks who are just as heartbroken and disturbed by what happened in Uvalde as you are, yet they look at this idea of gun control or common sense gun laws and they say, at the end of the day, the bad guys, those who are deranged, are going to find guns no matter what we do? What do you say to that?
Well, I think two things. I think one is if we ban these issues, then we start doing what some countries have done, offer to buy these assault weapons back, watch for them, look for them, and reporting of them come in, and people will be arrested, people will be charged, people go to jail if they hold on to them. I think we've got to really enforce it. They say the bad guys always get the guns, but they're always getting the guns because there's easy access to guns. We don't have a comprehensive background check. We don't close the loopholes for people to get guns through the internet and gun shows. There's 24 states right now that you don't have to have a license or a permit to go buy a gun. So we can stop the bad guys from getting the guns if we have some laws that stop them from getting them. It's like a faucet right now. Let's turn off the faucet.
Yeah. Father Michael Pfleger, I wish we had more time. Always great to see you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.